Hello, everybody. Wow, time is just flying on by, and here we are dealing with the metal element. We're here in a more full kind of expression of fall, which is really a beautiful time and a valuable time to reach out, to actually reach in, to let go of that which is not serving us, and to grow some of our own powers of discernment, of courage, of self-esteem, of strength and integrity. So we are going to be doing that for the next several weeks. So today is kind of an overview of the fall and about what is coming for us in terms of the learning that we're going to be doing here in this group. But in addition to that, about what is happening to us on a more full level in terms of what's happening in nature, what's happening in the world, and about a natural rhythm that draws us toward letting go of those things that don't serve us anymore, and really reaching into those things that really are critically important, that are really meaningful to us in our lives. So today is going to be a short presentation and an overview and an introduction to what's coming. So let's take a look at the fall. And we should look at 5-element theory. We just came out, we had summer, this beautiful, radiant time of expression and outward kinds of expression, radiation of all this beauty. And we got to get in touch with our juicy energies, and those parts of us that want to be out, right? The sun and the heat and all of that wonderfulness. And then we get into the late summer, where we go into the earth season, the element of earth. So summer, of course, is a fire element. The earth element time is the late summer. So this is where we start to get into the harvest. We start to getting into a period of time of growing, to a point where we're drawing our energies in a little bit more, but in addition to that, we are harvesting on all that we have created, and we're starting to reap what we've sown. The fall takes us even further into that. So in 5-element theory, the earth supports the metal. If you think about that the metals, the values, the kinds of things that we think about as being really precious in our world come from the earth itself. So the earth yields that to humanity. When we look outside, the trees, at least where I live, they're starting to turn. The weather has gotten cooler. It's a little damper. Nature is letting go of all of that. So now we're doing the same thing. So the theories, the concepts of the fall and of the metal element have to do with having our own powers of discrimination, having value in ourselves, having integrity, an appreciation of our beauty, strength, courage, integrity, those kinds of things. So it's about really connecting in a bigger way to those things that are deeply inside of us and valuable. So your own value as a human being. And this, of course, has a lot to do with how we show up in relationships. We all know that if we don't feel quite right within ourselves, it's really hard to be vulnerable, naked, expressive, and feel supported and strengthened as we deal with our intimate relationships. So we're going to dive into how we dig some of that up. Now, some of the signs that are in the emotional level that indicate when we have an imbalance in our metal element happen to do with things like sadness, loss, depression, grief, disappointment. And many of us have experienced that in our sexual relationships. So, why wouldn't we, why wouldn't we have, why wouldn't those things interfere with our ability to feel strong, to feel complete, and to be able to be our most courageous and our most shining selves. So we're going to do some work where we start to let go of some of that stuff that does not serve us anymore. Maybe those things had a role at one time, but maybe they're not. Certainly, some of those things are not what we really want to be focusing our energies on now. We want to move into what's next. Physically, there are some symptoms that come along with the metal element and the fall as well. So you think about the organs that are associated with the metal element. They are the lungs, the large intestine, the skin, and the hair. You think about that. These are our major major organs of elimination. So people can have disorders that affect them in terms of breathing problems, bronchitis, COPD. Lots of these things kind of get exacerbated during the fall. You can also have problems like irritable bowel syndrome, constipation, diarrhea. You can have this whole play of digestive issues that have to do with our elimination, our ways of letting go. So we want to use some of these internal mechanisms for letting go as well, because our emotions are kind of reflecting some of those things that are happening inside of us that can be happening on a more physical level in our organs as well. So we get a chance to really dive in and deal with all of that. So I want to invite you to take a look for a moment at what is meaningful for you. What do you want in your life and in your sexual relationships? So let's take a moment to just go inside, to close our eyes and to look at what we are desiring. For most of us, we want a sense of being appreciated. We want to be strong. We want to be healthy. We want to be able to express ourselves courageously and to explore new feelings and deeper feelings in our relationships. Take a look and see what is meaningful for you at this point. What are those things that you want to build? What aspects of self-esteem, strength are there for you now that you want to build, that you want to cultivate more strongly in your life? And how would having those things affect your relationships? How would you be able to grow into a stronger human being and a more complete participant in a love relationship, in your own sexuality, It takes courage to explore your sexuality, to explore deeper feelings and deeper aspects of yourself and another. So just take a moment to look at what that might be for you. Thank you. Thanks for doing that. And now I want to invite you to go a little bit, to continue to look inside and look at what things might be getting in your way. Have you had loss? Have you had disappointment? What are those things that have interfered with your ability to be fully present and to participate more completely? That have gotten in your way in terms of bonding and connecting with a partner? So it's good to take a look at this, what you're ready to get rid of. Now I'm going to ask you to put your hands up in front of your lung fields. If you want to look to see what I'm doing. We're doing a practice that is very commonly done in Taoist Qi-Gong practices, but we are going to be scanning our lungs because like I said, the Taoists believe that the organs are where we're storing our emotions. So for example, grief, sadness, loss, disappointment, depression, those are the unbalanced aspects of the metal element. So taking a look there and see what kinds of emotions are stored in your lung fields. And then as you exhale, I want to invite you to push your hands up toward the ceiling, up and outward, and to breathe those feelings and to release those as you make the healing sound. So you're actually pushing them out, you're releasing. And one more time. Now inhale beautiful, vibrant white light into your lungs. And with that, draw in those things that you're wanting. The Taoists focus on things like courage, strength, self-esteem, self-value, integrity, the ability for discernment, to make proper choices that serve your highest good, and appreciation of your own value and your own integral beauty. And when you're ready, open your eyes and come back to the room. This is an introduction today to how we can use the powers, the aspects of the metal element to build those things that we really truly do desire allow us to let go of the past, to let go of things that are not serving us for at this present time and in our future that we don't want, and to actually hold on to that which is truly valuable, to realize our own value. So we're going to be diving in to a different topic related to the metal element for each of these next several weeks, and give you a chance to go even more deeply into finding your own inner lover, those qualities that make you strong and integritous and allow you to value your own self in a really deep way, because that's what this is about. Letting go of the outer stuff and coming back in to value yourself, to value your ability to love, to give, to connect, your deepest feelings, desires. These are all really important and valuable part of you. So with that, we'll close for today. Look forward to seeing you next week.